Hi students, Pete Estabrook here. Just want to do a short video on the different categories of practicers. I'm just going to choose these names somewhat arbitrarily, but I think you get the idea. I could just as easily call them category 1, 2, 3, and 4. Let's call the first category student practicers. So these are trumpet players that practice because they feel as though they have to, or someone is telling them. That's probably a better way of looking at it. Someone's telling them they need to practice. Probably a teacher, certainly a parent. So they practice because someone's directing them to do so. Second category would be sort of, let's call that category 2, let's call that the amateur player. This person practices when they feel like it. So they may be under their own power to pick up the instrument. Nobody's necessarily directing them. There's no parent behind them, but they basically only pick it up when they want to pick it up. The next category, let's call that category 3, would be perhaps the semi-professional player. So they'll pick up their instrument, they'll practice when there's a reason to, like an upcoming gig, an upcoming performance. But other than that, they're not particularly inspired to improve their technique or learn new literature or expand their playing unless there's a motivation to do that. The next category, let's call that the professional player. So a lot of times they're under the gun because they have one gig after the other, or employment is such that they are perpetually having to work to improve and maintain their skill level. The last category would be the category of the artist, and that's the person who can't not practice. They absolutely have to pick up their instrument every day. They wouldn't consider going from day to day without playing to expand their horizons and constantly improve, not just maintain, but move forward with their abilities and their skills. So these categories are not necessarily age dependent. And again, I'm just arbitrarily choosing these names. We could just call them categorically 1, 2, 3, and 4, but you get the idea that there are different categories of practicers. So the question is, which are you and why?